Hi everyone, this is Jan. I wanted to come on for a few minutes here and show you how I did this petal right here. It's different than the one that I did in the previous video. This one here is for doing soft petals, and the difference on this is we base coat our petal in all white. And when you base coat that, being I'm working on a small canvas like a 9 by 12, I'm going to go ahead and use this filbert brush. It's number 10. It comes in Donna Dewberry specialty packets. And the first thing you want to do is you want to wet your brush, blot it. Then you want to dip your brush into blending gel, which is a folk art product right here. Dip it in that, just dip it in, and then you want to work this into your brush back and forth. Then you pick up your white on your palette here, pick it up, and then pull your paint out and load your brush on both sides. And then that way it will have the blending gel mixed in with your paint. And then what you will do is you'll just go right on over to your canvas here, and you will base coat this onto your canvas. What you're looking for is you want a sheen on all of this petal here. If you tilt your head, should have a sheen. That means it's wet. So once you have the blending gel on here, you probably have about 15 minutes of blending time on this before it starts setting up. Just allows the painter a little more time to blend these petals without it drying out. Now if you don't want to use a blending gel, you can paint thicker like Donna does in her videos, and that allows you to have a longer drying time too. But being I like to paint thinner, then I use the blending gel to help me along so that it stays wet longer and I can have a nice thin coat. Okay, once you have that done, then I'm just going to wipe my brush on a paper towel, and then you could choose the colors of your choice here. I'm going to choose a little lavender. Just going to go into a little bit of lavender here like that. And then I have a palette right here. Let me bring this over right here, little disposable palette, and I'm just going to go back and forth on that and work that in. I've got it on one side there, and it has a little bit of gel in it too because my brush still has gel. Okay, now I'm just going to put this up like this and then decide where I want those colors to be, like this lavender, and I pull, bring that in. I want another little petal right here, so I just touch it, pull it. Okay, now I'm going to wipe my brush off. I don't want any excess on there, and then I'm just going to softly blend that into the white. I'm going to pull it back this direction. Make sure that when you're blending that you go in the direction that your petal's flowing in. Now I have a little bit of the white still on my little palette right here with the blending gel. And I'm just going to pick that up and I'm just going to soften that edge there so you can come back with some of your blending gel and soften that edge. And any other colors that you want on here, I'm dabbing in a little yellow here. Pick up a little more gel in my paint. Might want a little bit of yellow on here too. I have the purples. Maybe I want a little yellow up in here. Just pick up a little yellow. I don't know if you can see that. It's so light on here. And I just have a little yellow here and there on this petal. Okay. A little yellow right in there. The filbert brush makes it really easy because it has a rounded edge on it. I like that because these petals are rounded. Now any other colors that you want, you can come back and you can deepen up some of the edges here. But look at your painting. That one's pretty light, so I would probably want to deepen this a little bit more. So I've added just a little bit more of the purple. And I can come back, as long as this is wet, I can come back and soft blend that, okay? Once it starts setting up on me, that would mean you would need to let it dry before you come back and mess with it, or it'll start pulling up your paint because it's real tacky under there. Okay, so all you're doing is you are blending color into color. Let's set this down here so that you can see the whole thing. So you're blending soft colors into the wet base. So whenever you're finished with that petal, I'm going to add a little bit more yellow. There we go. Yeah, that shows up a little bit more. And I want a little more over here. There we go. Okay. That's how you would blend those colors in. These colors over here, these petals were done a little bit different, and I will come back and demonstrate that. I'm going to do another peony, but I'm going to do it a pattern that I come up with, and that way I can show you how to do most of the petals that we're going to do, and I'll show you how to do the dark colors here using your blending gel and your rake brush. So now you've learned how to use the mop brushes, and this one here you learned how to use the filbert brushes. And then when I do another peony, I'll show you how to use the rake brushes to get those feathered edges on here. Okay, thank you for joining me. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.